everyone, it's Patty the Quiet Sister. I thought I would take some time on this freezing, cloudy, cold day and show you my craft room. It's a really big room, but only part of it is used for crafting. As you can see, the ceilings are angled, which limits my storage and makes me I had to rethink what I did because you cannot get large bookshelves or anything like that in here. And it also is a hazard because I can't tell you how many times I've smacked my head. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. That was kind of an overview real quick. I love that big window. So as you walk in, immediately to the left, you'll see these bookshelves. And these bookshelves right there, we got from Target about 18, 20 years ago when we finished our basement at our old house. We moved into this house about 2 years ago, and this room became the room where nothing else fit. It came up here. This room is over our garage, so it is quite cold right now, and in the summer it gets a little warm, but I do enjoy this room. So on these shelves, I've got some pictures and some books right there. Autographed Harmon Killebrew bat, my favorite player of all times. So that's kind of on the top. So then if we go down, and I'm sorry about it being dark, but it's horrible lighting in here as well. I have all my stamps, and like everybody else in America, I store my stamps with these plastic dividers by company. And if, oh, Dudley's here, Dudley's our dog. If they came with die cuts, although mostly I use my brother's scanning cut, then I put the dies in the back. I don't change out the packaging. I do prefer to leave it in the same packaging, although I do have envelopes stored elsewhere. So these are Hero Art stamps only because I have so many of them. So they are right there. And then here are projects that I have going on and things I need to deal with. Hi, Dudley. So those stay there. And then in this basket, it's all Catherine Pooler. And then those are lights because I will start filming how-to videos. And here you see Dudley. He's our, we don't know what he is actually. Well, we do know we got his blood tested. And he's a lot of things, mostly just a love. These are my die cuts, stored in no particular order. They're just kind of thrown in there. They are grouped together by company, but I don't, I don't use them that much. So even though I love die cutting, these are my Simon Says stamp and my lawn cuts by Lawn Fawn. And then there's a little case down there, and there's two of the really big alphabet dies from Alta New in there, and that's all that's in there. And then we go over to the next bookcase. Here's my kids. Here's some magazines that I was published in, some magazines I just purchased, and then my coloring books. And then the rest of my assorted stamps. Nothing too fancy. I didn't use the fridge bins. I did find these baskets at Home Goods for $3 a piece, and I liked them, so I'm using them. And then this is all Simon Says stamp in here. Then we go down to the next shelf, and it's my Big Shot and all the cutting plates. And then below in those big baskets are my larger stamps. So in the front, there's some stamps that I need to put away, but these are all divided. And I really need to purge. And then these are all Hero Arts and Simon Says stamp, big stamps in there. So that would be these two shelving units as you walk in to the left. And then about 6 months ago, oh, kind of in between, that's my arm exercising machine and extra magnets for storing my die cuts. This shelf I bought about 6-7 months ago from Target, and I love it. It works really well. And then I have the Organize More units for inks. No, normally I do not suffer from full set syndrome. I don't think I have the full set of Catherine Pooler, but I'm darn close because they are just amazing inks. And all I do is just write the name on the side. I don't put a little color dot on it because I don't use that method. I have a swatch book on it. That's the only thing I use. And there's some archival inks there. And then here I have my oxides. And there's oxides there, and there's a little pile of things for a giveaway. So then going down to the first cube, I have my Tombow markers, and I love that container for them. And then these are all my scrap papers, divided into color. You know, I've been crafting for decades. I would say 20 years. Yeah, that's safe to say. So some of this paper is that old. And then in this big pouch is all the specialty paper from Hero Arts kits. I do save it. I don't know why I hoard that, but I do. And then in here, this is the rest of my papers in my foam. So this first one is all 80-pound and 100-pound white or cream cardstock that I use to make my card bases or my card panels with. Next to that is some Simon Says stamp cardstock, and then the rest of this is My Favorite Things cardstock, and I really do like that. And then in here is all my cardstock that I've purchased at either Michael's or Joann's, just leftover, some stick-it adhesive, and then this is my Catherine Pooler cardstock, which is just amazing. I think once I use up the other stuff, that's just what I'm going to be going with from here on out. And then here is some more colored cardstock from Michael's or Joann's. Here I have all my shiny cardstock, and I would say 99% of this was purchased from Michael's or Joann's. And then this is just 12 by 12 paper from back when I scrapbooked. I no longer do it because they take up too much room. I do similar to Project Life, but I don't use their stuff. I make my own stuff. And then here's some fun foam. And then this is actually dog scrapbook paper. And then here I have more fun foam. Sorry about that. I'll go back this way. Here is dog scrapbook paper, white fun foam, color fun foam. This is a ream of vellum, and below that is a ream of vellum Bristol for ink blending. And I do color on it as well. It's really nice paper. So then if we go down to the bottom row where the baskets are, these are all my envelopes. I don't have a ton, but I have plenty, that's for sure. In this basket, I have my laminator and all my foil. And then in this last one is all my camera and all of my camera supplies. Right there. And then next to it, I actually have, in those black cases, those are lights. And a stand for my camera so that I can film. I'm going to start filming. It is my goal it's February 2019. It is my goal by the end of the month to have made one video other than this one. So then this is not crafty at all. This is just my work desk. There is, in this basket, I have my planner things, but other than that, everything else is office supplies and things I need for work, or my husband works from home. Got my Canva. I do have my glass mat. I just like it on here. Protects the desk. This is kind of a cool light I got from Amazon because it's charged by my computer. So I plug it into my computer and I can unplug it and turn it on and take it anywhere. So it can be a flashlight. It can be extra lighting when I'm coloring. I don't have to stay at my desk and color. I can go around the house. My beverage of choice for today. So here we do have different markers that I use in my planner or other projects. Some of these markers are as old as my kids and they moved out years ago. And then the file cabinet, that's family estate things from my parents passing and my aunt passing, and family photos that I've got a project going, and then personal stuff. And then this cabinet was in my son's room, and he did not want it when he moved out and he bought a beautiful house. So it sets the TV, but there are some crafty things in there. So this first one is felt. Pretty anticlimactic. And then in this one is colored pencils. And this one, just some notebooks and a card that I thought was darling. And then in this bin, these are all my wooden stamps I couldn't part with. I am not someone that usually hangs on to things because I like things all tidy, but I mean, that's my 20 years of creating cards. I just love them. And then this bin has nada. This bin has some really old pictures that I need to figure out what we were going to do with them. This bin has my fuse tool and a couple other tools in this pouch that we never use, and I need to think about getting rid of that. This has my glue gun. It has glitters for shaker cards. This is a travel glue gun. And googly eyes and seed beads are right here. So that would be this stand then where the TV is. And then if I go over a little more, aren't those cute? My daughter made those cards for my parents when she was like 10. And they hung on to them. I was listening to Sinatra earlier. And then when we were cleaning out my mom's place, we found them. And then that cabinet holds like sheets and pillows, because this is also the backup spare bedroom. And then that is a scanner I'm using to create a photo book of all mom and dad's pictures for the whole family. So then over here it's just an end table. There's nothing there. And then there's Dudley's toys. And then, oh, there's my teddy bear. This is, I had that teddy bear since I was 5. This is the futon that was in my son's room. And then another end table. So if I'm not working at my desk, usually if my husband's not home, I'll just stay in this room and lounge on the couch here and color and that. When I get off work if he doesn't come right away. So then sitting here, I have these 2 coloring desks, and I will show you the wooden one in just a second. There's Sally. My parents gave each of us a Peanuts character nickname, so I was Sally because I was the only blonde kid that they had, or as my sisters used to call me, the mailman's kid. That would be my sister Jane. So this is the desk, and it sits on your lap, but there's also legs underneath. But then if you pull this little tab right here, it's hard to do one-handed, so I'm going to give up. It stands up, so at an angle, so you can draw or color or whatever. And then if you can see, there's a line right here, that's where it comes up. So this half, you can set your paints, your markers, your whatever right there. And then there's a drawer on the side right here too. So that was really neat, a very thoughtful gift. So then going up the wall this way, we're back into my crafty space. So that's my desk. And there's the rest of my stuff. And then there's the closet. And then there's the door. So this is the back of my desk. It's a double shelf desk. I got it off of IKEA. Nope, liar. I got it off of Amazon. And so right here are my other colored pencils. The top one is my Prismacolors. The bottom one, good heavens, what are they? Luminets. And then my brother's Scan and Cut. And I can either use it under my desk like this. It works great. Otherwise, I can just bring it up on top too. And then here I have my Altenew markers. My Arteza fine point markers, which are really kind of nice for adding little details when you color, I do have to say. And you get like 70 of them for 25 bucks, 28 bucks, something like that. These are some gel pens, Souffle. I never use them. My niece loves them. So they're there for her. And those are my distress markers. And then coming around the shelf, this is where I keep all my current projects that I'm working on. So I've got it right there. And then we go up. There is a drawer right here on the desk, and that's just normal boring desk stuff in there. Yeah, not a big whoop. And then down in the corner there, I have my Zigs and my Arteza brush markers. So then on the top of my desk, I have this cute little dish, and I just have my embossing pads in there right there. And then my thumb braces for my arthritis, yay. So this is another light that charges, and then you can unplug it and move it everywhere, and the base does colors, which I love. This rack is from Mikasa. I got it off of QVC. I got the rectangle one and the round one. Both of them were 20 bucks with delivery, and I really love them for crafty supplies. So on the top tier of this rack, I have these little ink sponges for daubing, and they work okay, but they were, I think I got them for like 20 cents. So works for me. And then in the buckets, I have various tools and brushes. I'm using the pink brushes here. I think the only thing it's really good for is for me to do this with my thumb. Other than that, every time I use them, they do a pretty good job, but there's always bristles coming out and things like that. But these that I ordered off of Amazon, they have the kind of the rose gold heads. These are awesome. And I'm totally not showing you what I'm looking at. With the rose gold head here, these are awesome. They do a great job. Yeah, they use a few bristles, but they do such a thorough job on ink blending. And if I learn how to link things into YouTube videos, I'll go ahead and link those for you. But otherwise, I have other brushes in there, some tools, some paint brushes, water brushes, and a little sponge in the back there. And then I have my Perfect Pearls in the medium and my Nuvo Embellishment Mousse, the minis. And then on the bottom row, I have the Nuvo Embellishment Mousse, the expanding. And then my glitter gels, glitter mediums back there. And then my distress sprayer, my pencil sharpener, my multi-medium collage stuff, a couple ink sprayers, and some shimmer mists back there. And then moving on, stamp chamois in there. Misto, that's supposed to be for like spraying olive oil or vinegar on food, but it does such a nice fine mist that I use it for cleaning my stamps and I don't have water everywhere. And then there is my electric sharpener, and I love that little heart. My daughter gave it to me. I'm going to step back for a second. Here's my giant OttLite that I love. So when I'm making notes of things that I want to do for my cards and I tend to lose them because they get buried while I'm doing it, now I can just clip it on this thing here. And then because I'm old, there's a magnifying glass there. I have yet to use it, but you know, who knows? Maybe one day. And then there is my washi tape, and that's all the washi tape I own. And then I have some Memento markers, some gel pens, my Spectrum Noir glitter markers, and my Wink of Stella glitter. And I just got 2 Nuvo Aqua Shimmer pens to try. And then all of my distress inks are in that little cabinet. And then to the right of that, I have a giant ruler. And then this is my tool caddy. And I got it off of Amazon, and I can't for the life of me think of the name. And then there's my rag right there. And then I did get the new Misty Sentiment cutting things, and they work beautifully. I really, from my Sweet Petunia, I really like them. And then on my desk, I have a giant mat from Arteza, keeps it protected. And then under that, I have the magnetic We Are Memory Keepers mat that I love. So we've got a magnetic ruler, it's self-healing. I've got these so I can put my projects down. Usually I don't need to take down my watercoloring. These suffice, and it's so easy to clean up. But I do keep my Simon Says stamp pad on there too. Put these back where they belong. So then going to the right, I have this cabinet, and it's kind of hard to see because it's dark brown. I love dark brown. On the top, I have these holders for my Copics, and I do have a lot of Copics, and I will say I bought, you know, the groups set A, set B. I will never do anything like that again. I have so many Copics that I'll never use that are going to dry up and die of old age. So I would recommend just buying 3 lights that work together, 3 mediums, and 3 darks of each color, and call it a day. I can't stand waste, and I wasted a lot there. So those are all my Copics. That's my mat right there. And then the system, that's the name of the system. They were $9 a rack, and I got 4 racks. And so it just, they sit out all the time. About every couple weeks I take a can of air and blow the dust away, and they look fine. I haven't put these away. That's from the February card kit of Simon Says Stamp. So this set of drawers is from Amazon, and it looks kind of like IKEA drawers, but it's not. I think they're about $80, and it took me hour and 20 minutes to put them together. So in the top drawer of this, I have my scrap paper. I use it for sentiments, use it to test things. There's some that's colored. I just wanted to see how it would look. And make stencils out of it, that kind of stuff, and I reuse it. And then I also have my embossable window plastic by Judykins. The second drawer It's all about my stamping platform that is just filthy. There's my Tim Holtz. And then I have the big Misty. I did not go for any of the smaller ones. My protecting pad. And then my Misty corners and other tools in there for the stamp platforms. This third drawer is the disaster drawer. It's got all of my adhesives. And it doesn't take me any more than 2 seconds to find something. I kind of know where they are. It was just not in me to make it organized. So that is that. I don't know how exciting adhesives are. Then this, I just like to open it because there's all kinds of shiny, pretty things in it. These are my embossing powders and my embossing glitters. And this is something that I purged a lot of when we moved, just because I don't use them that often. There's some colors that I'll do once in a while, but mostly if I want something shiny, I'll color it and then stamp over it again and use clear. But I do use the rose gold and that liquid silver platinum a lot, other than gold, white, and black. And this is my extra drawer. I've got refills and extra baby wipes, extra sequins. I'm not going to have, oh, do you like my slippers? You put them together and they're a dog. Isn't that fun? Okay, so I bought a ton of the Pretty Pink Posh clear ones, sparkly ones, because I love them. In Hero Arts, they send you so much they don't all fit into that container that I have. So extras are here, a little extra collage medium, extra glue, that kind of stuff. So then coming back up, my giant scoreboard by Martha Stewart, and then I have my Carl, and it's a paper trimmer, and I can get like 5-6 sheets of cardstock in there and get it cut down and scored and blah 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 in no time. I love that cutter. And then I have my mini Score Pal or Score Buddy or whatever it's called. And then this is my swatch book. I'll grab that quick and show you. So, like I said before, I don't put the little colored dots on. I swatch things. So, you know, here's my Tombow, and I've got my Nuvo, and this is from Yanis Makula. It's upside down, but she had done some color combos with Copics, so I printed it and saved it. And then Sharon Harness did some her favorite combos as well, so I printed that out. I found it to be very helpful. And then I swatched my inks. So this, I swatched every last ink. So when I'm looking to get something together, I just pull the little cards out and set them next to another one, just to see that I'm getting what I want in my color combos. And that's what works best for me. Plus, I have a lot of patience, but not to color small dots. I just don't have patience for that. Give me a sick person or a little kid and I just smack my head on the wall. I'm fine, but not coloring little dots. So this cart is from Target. Just so you know, there's not a single thing from IKEA in this room. So this is from Target. I got the big Gemini. For those of us that suffer with rheumatoid arthritis, this has made my ability to craft longer and pain-free possible. Cranking on those die cutters, those manual ones, has been awful. So on the second shelf on this, I've got my Xyron sticker maker, my white embossing powder. It doesn't fit in that drawer and I use it all the time, so it's right by me. All of my stamping blocks, and then back there I've got my Gamsol, my stumps, my ink daubers, and some more little bottles to put adhesive in. And then down below, as you can see, I need to get to it. In this part is my card bases, and then in this part is my card panels, and I need to get some more made and get that tray filled up. So then we're going to go over to the next cart. And so back here I have, and I'm going to try really hard not to hit my head, more for my benefit than yours. I have all of these different stickers and sequins that have come in kits that I won't probably use. Some of them I will, but I've got them there for my niece to just grab. She can take whatever she wants and go home with them and love them. And she does a beautiful, she's so artistic, that JoJo. Anyway, I've got my tools here and the 3 punches I own. My corner rounder, my snowflake, and my owl. And then my exciting box of Kleenex again. My microfiber cloth, and then down on this one is all my painting supplies. So I've got some Danzai Tambi things, I've got watercolor pencils, And I believe this is Fine Tech there. And then my mixing palette. This is another mixing palette. These are extra blades for my cutter. And then these, well, everybody has this watercolor sweat set. And then I just bought and haven't done anything with these are Arteza Artist acrylic paints, or watercolor paints, but in the tube, and I need to put them in my tray. So when I get that done, maybe I'll send a picture. I don't know. And then on this one, I have my press and seal, paper towels, parchment paper, and all my stamp cleaning materials on the bottom of this. So that is this cart. And then I'm not a ribbon person. That's all my ribbon. This is all ribbon that comes in kits or given as thank yous. It's so nice when the stamp companies give you that little thing in the packet, even though I won't use it, but I put it here so my niece can grab, and what she doesn't want then gets donated. I did recently donate quite a bit to some schools just so that they could have a little bit of art supplies, and I don't like it when teachers have to spend their money on things for the students. Here I have my mats for my scan and cut, and then we have the back wall. So along the back wall I have the cork board, and I like to hang my little inspirational things that come from the stamp companies when you order. That's my dad and my aunt in like 1930. I love that picture. I just love it. So the little thank yous. And then this stamp is from Altenew, and I was trying different ways to color it. And then you see Kathy Rack color it, and you're like, oh, why do I try? She's just so amazing. So that's my dad. No, sorry, honey, love you. You look young. That's my dad, and that's my husband. And then this Jane's Doodles sends these with her packages, little crocheted hearts. I've got a couple of them that I saved. I think my niece took a couple of them. So I love those. And then this is all of, I just hit my head again. Did you guys see that? This is all of my Nuvo drops on this acrylic tray that I got from Amazon. Shocking, I know. And it was about 10 bucks. And I'm really happy with that purchase. And then I also like how Catherine Pooler does her sequins. So I just left them like that. I didn't want to stick them in my, with all my other sequin storage. There's my stickles, my gopher pin, and then my, that's alcohol for my alcohol inks. And this little R2D2 thing is actually my vacuum. So you kind of lift it up. This side pops out this way, this side pops out this way, and it's got a little snout on it, and you just push the button and it sucks up everything. It's kind of fun. And then this is my other Mikasa basket that I got, and I love, it's got so much storage. So that's all of my Catherine Pooler refills in there, plus extras like Delicata and Memento and Stays On and that. And then down here are all of my Distress refills and my sad little one Copic refill. As much as I color, I haven't needed to refill those, which is kind of nice, but I do need to get them because when I do need a marker and it's run out, it'll be frustrating. So this container is about, I don't know, 20 years old, and it's got all of my little, I'm not going to open it because it's a disaster, all of my little brads in it, and my, some buttons in there. There's some brads. You can kind of see in the little rivets from when that was popular, but I don't want to get rid of it because I just love it. And then there is some twine in the back, and I do use the Baker twine. And that's in the back of it. And then this next item is the same. You see a lot of people with this, with the sequin storage, but it works. Got a lot more to fill up, but I don't want to because I'm not using these, so I don't get to get more until I use these. And then these last three containers are just my Nuvo, oh my gosh, Memento stamp pads. Right there. And then going down from there, this is my watercolor and sketchbooks here. Just pull them out and use them when I need them. I think I've also got some laminating folders in there. And then extra folders to cut up for dividers. I watercolor on this clipboard. Instead of taping it down to a wooden board, I just use that. And then this, a couple different things. It houses a couple different things. These are my alcohol inks. I do not use Tim Holtz alcohol inks. I these pinata. And they work great, and I love them. But he has a great container, so I use that. And then I have, these are my extra distress inks and other small ink pads that didn't really have a home elsewhere. And then these containers here are from Close to My Heart. So I have my Gina K small squares in there. I just love the rainbow colors. And then my Hero Arts are in these two. I've got these two are Hero Arts, my different colors. So, and that's all the room I'm allowing for ink pads. So I can get rid of, if I buy more, I have to purge. So I haven't bought any more. And then the middle column, in here are I have some more little daubers there, but are my punch boards. And I think there's some extra envelopes in there. And then this one is with my amazing divider. This side is stencils, and this side is embossing folders, and my amazing purple divider. And this bottom one is all of my 6x6 pads. And I bought some and a lot, or like little partial pads that come, you know, with the kits. And again, this is a place my niece can pick through, and I use them as well. I do like that. Then going over, this is the extra cube. So, you know, packaging does wear out with stamps, so I do have the little folders or envelopes and the big ones, and then job ticket holders and page protectors right there. And then here I have some notebooks, and then some I haven't opened yet because they were on sale, and I'll use them when the others run out. I have things, so for some are for work, some are for just crafting, getting things planned. And then this box is where I put the cards, obviously not very carefully, that I have made. And then this was Make It Mark It from Paper Tray Ink. And I was going to use this to make all of my Christmas cards for 2018. But I had colored so many images for the 30-day that I pretty much had enough Christmas cards. So thank you for that, Kathy Rack. So that is my crafty space / bonus room. This is the closet. And I'm not going to show you that because there's a lot of things from my parents' estate and my aunt's estate in there. My Cricut is in there, and so is my sewing machine, but then so is that other stuff and my vacuum. And then there's a little heart that my daughter made me like 20 years ago. So I'm going to pan around once more. See, there's my house. You go downstairs. And that, oh, the exercise machine. And then there's a bunch of scrapbooks there and photo albums, and then things from my husband's place of employment. So here's these moved shelves from the old house. So this is the left side as you enter the bonus room. And then my little crafty space, and then workspace for us. And then another TV lounge area. This is also a great spot for some of the kids to come and play video games if they don't want to watch what's going on downstairs. And then the futon is the backup guest space. And then you come to my desk. And then this is the right wall as you walk in. And then the back wall. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you stopping by. I do hope to get some actual crafting videos up, but that's right now it's a little bit of a learning curve, and I want to do it the right way. I don't want anyone watching videos and getting frustrated, so can't have that. So thanks again for stopping by, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.